Got the Pokemon cards.
Yeah. No, I've got what you need, what you after. I've got the Zards, the Lugias, we've got Mega, Rainbows, Golds. I've got what you want, yeah? Let's get down to the real business. So today's video, I've decided I'm going to talk about how you can maximize your profits out of common bulk Pokemon cards, right? So we've had a lot of people who have asked me on previous videos about like what to look out for when you're picking up Pokemon cards and stuff like that. So high-end stuff. This is at the minute my little setup for Whatnot. We have just finished doing a Whatnot stream tonight, so all this is laid out. So my table's a bit messy, and I'm going to sort through a lot of this stuff that we picked up off Kaji. So Kaji got a bulk Pokemon card buy off a car boot the other day. I think he paid a tenner for it. I had a look at everything. I said I'd give you 20 quid. That's about what I pay for common bulk stuff, and I only get about 1,000 for 20 to 30 quid, which works out like 2p a card or 3p a card. So I said I'll give you 20 quid for all these happy. He's doubled his money up. I can make a bit of profit off these if I do it right, and that's how I'm going to show you guys how to do it right. Before we get into it though, I am going to say now, this is not a way that's going to get you rich from selling Pokemon cards. This is a long, drawn out, it takes effort to do it with these common bulk and make profit off common bulk. Because everybody's going to tell you these common bulk cards are worth nothing. And they're right. They're not worth anything. Yeah, like I say, you go to normal Pokemon card shops, they're selling them for like 10p a card, 5p a card. You can pick them up real cheap from places. You can buy them in bulk off Facebook groups, like 1,000 for 20, 30 quid. So you're paying like 2-3 pence a card. But there is ways that if you break it all down and bundle it up into bits, you can make profit off it. And I'm going to show you how. But if you want to sell Pokemon cards to make money, it's all this stuff. The higher hit cards is where the money's at. And with these, realistically, it's the same as anything, right? The only way you're going to know what the value of these cards are, unless you learn from doing it over and over again and just being able to go, oh, I know how much that card's worth now. I know how much that card's worth because you've dealt with them and you've sold them or you've picked them up before and stuff like that. It's just checking eBay. If you see a card in the car boot, someone wants a tenner for it, you check it on eBay and it's selling for 30 quid, pick it up and then sell it for 30 quid. That's all I can say on it really with your higher end stuff. There is no absolute sure way fire of being able to say what these cards are worth because they're just all so varied, right? You've got cards here, this Lugia, that's like a 30 quid card, right? But then you've got like this card, which looks pretty cool as well. It's also a double gold star. That's only like 15, 20 quid. You've got ones here, that's a gold star card. It's like 7 to 10 quid. So the value of these higher end cards can be so varied, it is really, really hard to know what to pick up and what not to pick up. Unless you're doing it all the time, or you can just every single card individually check them all on eBay and stuff like that. So if you go to Pokemon shops, generally they will offer you like 60 to 70% cash value of the eBay sold, or like 70 to 80% trades. So this is what I've been doing as well, trying to use this method. So we have our Facebook page where people have messaged us and said, I've got these cards, would you be interested in buying them or trading them? I'll say, yeah, I'll come and have a look at what you've got. And then I'll offer around 60 to 70% of the cash value of what it is. Normally we go for more like 60, obviously, to try and get ourselves a better deal. And luckily at the minute, I've got to a point where, because I sell a lot on Whatnot, and obviously the Facebook page, we can start picking up like better bundles all the time. We've had somebody on Whatnot who continuously comes, supports us, buys off us all the time. He sold us a big bundle of Japanese cards, which we paid 50 quid for. And I think we got like 52 cards in there. So it worked out, I paid just under £1 each card. Which one of them, I don't know if you can see it properly, is this Charizard card. That's about 8 to 10 quid card, just that one on its own. So, and then bundled up, there's another Charizard one there. That's like 4 or 5 quid maybe. So when you start adding up all those single cards in, you obviously I'm going to make profit off that. I had a guy in Scunthorpe who messaged me with a big bundle of cards, said, would you be interested in these? Absolutely, because there was cards like these, Lugia, this Rainbow Leafeon, this Rainbow Ho-Ho, he had this Machamp EX, this Mega Sceptile EX. There's a lot of others. We sold a lot of the other ones on Whatnot as well. But some of these stuff I've kept for something I've got coming up in the future, which will be on one of the videos we've got coming up soon, but I'm going to keep it a secret for now. So like I say, higher end stuff, if you see any of this kind of stuff, rainbow cards, full art cards, you know, the ones where it's like, say, it's the full picture. The difference is with these kind of cards where it's like in a little box picture, these are more generally like your commons and uncommons and stuff like that. Ones where they've got like a full art picture on the card, they're like your rarer stuff, which you're gonna have to be a lot more careful of, because you could pick up a card and think it's worth a lot of money, and it's actually not worth a lot of money. And then vice versa, there can be some cards up there which are worth a decent amount of money. So be very more careful with these ones, but make sure you always check eBay's recent solds on them ones. With common bulk stuff, don't go paying a lot of money for these. You see people on the car boots and they're trying to sell like cards like these for like a couple of quid when they're not worth that at all. They're like 2-3p, yeah? But what you've got to do is know how to sell them properly, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. So like I did say, when we're talking about these kind of cards, all of these common cards, right, please do not go off and buy loads and loads of these thinking that these kind of cards are going to get you rich, because they're not at all. Like, it's a long drawn out process of having to do stuff like this and sort them all out to work out how you're actually going to make any kind of profit off them. So this video is for basically, if you've got loads of these cards lying around and you want to sell them and try and squeeze as much profit out of it as what you possibly can, rather than selling this full bulk of like 1,000+ cards for only 20-30 quid on a Facebook marketplace or on eBay to somebody who will just only pay like 20 quid for this whole bulk here, I'm going to show you how you can do it and how you can squeeze as much profit out of these as what you possibly can. And this is what I do to try and get as much profit out of these kind of cards as I can. So like I say, I don't really go out of my way to buy these big bulks. I'll only ever buy these if I actually run out of this stuff, and then I'll buy another big bulking, because I use a lot of this for like giveaways and whatnot and stuff like that as well. And then anything that I can get out of it with these little bundles that I'll do, I'll take them out, sell them on. Everything that's left over that's not worth me bundling up and stuff, they'll just get done as like giveaways or get put away in storage in all the boxes that we have. So let's get into it. Enough waffling. I'm going to show you how to squeeze your profits out of these common bulk cards. So starting off with, we're going to look at play sets. So when I talk about play sets, I mean like the people who actually play the Pokemon card game, they will buy specific cards off you in play sets because they are good deck cards for them to play the game with. So I'm talking about, for example, mainly like these trainer cards. So we've got 4 sets here. All of these trainers, well, this whole stack of cards here are all trainer cards. So when I get a big bulk like this in, generally the system that I'll do is I'll go through the full bulk and I'll separate all the cards into Pokemon cards and trainer cards, right? Once we've done that, I'll also take out all the hollers and reverse hollers and put them in a separate pile because they're worth a little bit more money. But once we've done that, I'll then go through all of these trainer cards individually and put them into piles of the same card. So for example, if we've got full heals, I'll put full heals in. We've got these energies, we've got Nessers, whatever it is, we'll put them into piles of the same card. Once we've done that, now in a play set or in a deck for Pokemon, you only allow 4 of the same kind of card in a deck. So you're only allowed 4 of this Iono card. Whether it's a reverse holo, a full art trainer card, whatever, you're only allowed 4 in a deck. So people will look for these cheaper ones and they'll pay money for these to put in their deck to play the game with, right? So this Iono set can sell on eBay on its own. Now bear in mind that I paid like 2 pence per card for these, right? So this is standing me to 8 pence for this set, right? This set on eBay sells for $3.99, okay? With free shipping out to like 85p. So that there is £3 that I can get. If I sell that on eBay, that's £3 off an 8 pence investment. So that already, out of this £20 purchase, that's £3 back of it, just on them. And we've got a fair few of them. So I have already gone through a lot of the trainers to try and pull out some of the play sets to try and show you what I mean. I've still got a lot more trainers to go through, and I haven't gone through any of the Pokemon stuff properly yet. I've only pulled out some Pokemon bits as well, what I want to show you. But yeah, I will put screenshots up of these as well, so you can, you're not just having to take my word for it. But I owe $3.99 for that one playset of 4 cards there. That's cost us 8p to buy. We've got the Area Zero Under Depths. This one goes for $4.29. So it's the same again. It's just 4 cards of the same card. That also costs us about 8p to pick up. We've got the Super Rod, which this one goes for a bit more. This one sells for £7.80 for these 4 common trainer cards. £7.80. And this would have cost us 8p to get. And that sells for £7.80, which is crazy, really. So like I say, if you actually know what people want and how you can bundle things up, you can squeeze profits out of all of these. So Buddy Puffin, this sells on generally for around £8. Now I recently sold this one on eBay for £5 for these 4 cards. The only reason we sold it for 5 and not 8 was because I had it listed for 8 and somebody sent me an offer of 5, and why would I refuse it? Like I say, this is like 8p worth of investment into this big bundle, and somebody sent me an offer for £5 of these. So of course I'm going to take it. We took it, that's £5 already back just on them 4 cards. So play sets, if you can learn, or even just search on eBay for like Pokemon trainer play sets and look at which kind of play sets are selling well. Because you obviously do get some which are really good ones. So like this one lets you search your deck for 2 Pokemon and put them onto your bench. So people might like really use that one for the deck. You've got this one, shuffle your hand, put it at the bottom of the deck, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to go for all them bits, but yeah. People will pay decent money for these kind of cards to get them in the decks for playing the game. So play sets are a good way of squeezing profits out of these common cards for a start. So like I say, just on these, we've got that's already sold for £5. You've got this that goes for like £4 again. You've got this that's like just under £8, and you've got this that's just under a £5. So they're pretty much, they're on them is like it's over half the money back already just on these 4 little play sets. And we still got this full stack of trainers to go through as well. Next up, we can look at things like Pokemon bundles. So for example, again, if we look at this, we've got here a full bundle of all the same Pokemon. So this bundle is obviously Eevee. So we have got 6 Eevee cards here. So like I say, I haven't gone through all of these Pokemon cards yet. It's just when I was separating them from Pokemon to trainers and stuff like that, I've just pulled out a certain few bits just to bundle some bits up so I can just show you examples of what I mean. And this Eevee bundle, well not this specific bundle, but a Eevee bundle, recently sold on eBay for £3.29. So again, there's like another £3 that we squeezed out. If I pay like 2p per card on these, that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. That's 12p. And we can squeeze that up to roughly around £3, maybe a bit more, depending on how many you've got in the set. If you obviously have more EVs, you're going to get more out of them, etc., etc. Again, like another one, like Pikachu's common cards, but a popular Pokemon. Again, people will pay to have a big bundle of Pikachu cards for the kids or whatever, stick them in. So again, another bundle like this, Pikachu cards sold for $3.99. And like I say, that's another 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12p investment. And we could squeeze it out to like £4, 3, £4, depending on what people want to pay for it. So it's just little things like that. So like I say, if you have got loads of these cards just kicking about and you don't know what to do with them because you've spent a lot of money on buying all these packs or whatever, and you've got all these cards lying around, don't just sell them in one big bulk sale. Well, you can do if you just want a quick 20, 30 quid. But if you want to squeeze out as much profits as you can, then this is definitely the way to do it. It's the same here. We've got all these Ghastly cards. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different Ghastly cards there. That easily, again, Ghastly is quite a popular Pokemon. We've got an older set in here. So we've got like the Fossil one. We've got the base set. We've we could easily get another probably like £5 for them. Or even if you list it for 5 and someone sends you an offer for like £3, I'm going to take it. Do you know what I mean? All day long, we're going to take it. And then the last kind of little bundles that I'll do to try and squeeze out as much profits as I can out of these is your illustrator sets. So if you don't know what they are, the illustrators are like the artwork on cards. So a couple of really popular ones are this Yuki Mari, who he makes like clay type looking ones. So the cards that he do look like little clay figures or whatever. Now this is quite a popular set. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 of them cards. A set of 9 of these Yuki Mari clay cards sold for £6 on eBay. And we've got 12 of them here. So like I say, these roughly, they've cost me about 2 to 3 pence per card picking these up in a big bulk. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30. That's 32 pence into potentially maybe £7-8. If £6 for 9 of them, we could probably get maybe like £7-8 for these 12 as a bundle of all of them together. There'll be somebody out there who wants these artwork. Like I say, it's quite a popular artwork, this one. People seem to love it. So again, it's just squeezing them profits out of these common cards rather than selling them all in a big bulk. Another really popular one is these knitted ones. So a set of 9 of these sold for $9.99. Unfortunately, we've only got 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a double 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've only got 6 here at the minute. So there might be some more in the pile. I'll have to keep looking through. But 9 of them went for £9.99, which is crazy because, again, they're all common cards. Pick them up in bulk and they cost us 2 pence each. So hopefully we find a few more of them in there as well. And that there could potentially be like a £10 back of all that, the £20 investment we made. That could be like half of it back if we find a few more of them just in this one little common bulk. And then you do have as well, I don't think I've found any of them yet. No, I haven't found it, so I'm not going to talk about it. But generally, like I say, just little bulks of popular Pokemon that people seem to like the most. Obviously, anything like Eevees, Pikachus, any of like your original starter type Pokemon. Like a Latios, super popular, everyone loves them. We've got like Ponytars. So this is the bit, if I'm honest, Absol. That's another one that people generally like a lot. So any ones like that you can get in piles. But this is the bit that is time consuming. And this is where I say, if you don't want to, or if you're planning on like making lots of money off buying and selling Pokemon cards, doing it like this is not the way to do it, right? Because you're not going to make loads and loads of money and it is time consuming to do. The way to make big money out of Pokemon cards is buying and selling the big hit cards, obviously, because they're the bigger money. You get cards that are like 30 quid cards, 50 quid cards, £100 cards, blah, blah, blah. But like I say, this video is for generally just to show you, if you do have a lot of these kind of cards, just common cards lying around and you don't know what to do with them because you don't want to sell them all for 20 quid because that's how people seem to sell them for, big bulks, 20, 30 quid. That's how they get rid of them. I'm showing you here how you can squeeze out as much profit out of them as what you possibly can, rather than just selling the big bulk pile for cheap as chips and then you're right gutted about it because they've all just gone for 20 quid and they cost you loads of money buying them all in packs and stuff like that. So just do this, yeah? Make some play sets up, go through all your cards, separate trainers and Pokemon together, and then go through your trainers. Any that you've got piles of 4 of, you've got 4 of them, same trainer card, put them in a little pile, list them on eBay. Like I say, they're not like massive money, like a few quid each. That one's obviously a bit more, that one's a bit more. But if you can list all these little bits on eBay and get a couple of quid here and there for them, or maybe like £5, maybe £7, maybe £10 and stuff like that, then obviously it's going to be a lot better than just selling them all in one go for 20 quid. Obviously, it's going to take a little bit longer because, like I say, it's going to be more time consuming in the sense of sorting out all the cards into trainers and Pokemon, then sorting out all the trainers into little piles of 4s, sorting out all the Pokemon into energy types. So, like I say, this is my system. We'll separate Pokemon and trainers. Then when we go through the Pokemon, I'll sort them all out into, say, fire type, water type, grass type, and then I'll go through the fire type pile, put piles of the same kind of Pokemon, and then what I've got out of that bundle, I'll take any duplicates out of the bundle, list that bundle up, and then we just roll it like that and keep running through like that. But for me, this is a lot easier because I don't really do this on eBay as much. There's some ones that I'll do on eBay. It's like, say, like these knitted ones. If I find a few more of them, I'll definitely put them on eBay for a tenner because it's a tenner on eBay. So I'll sit and wait for them to sell rather than, say, for example, like these. If I've got, there's like trainer bundles that I've got that they'll only sell for like £2 on eBay. Some of them, these ones are a bit more, but there's some that would only go for like £2 on eBay. So any ones like that, luckily because I sell and whatnot, I can just run through all them and whatnot. I'll just do loads and loads of like play sets, Pokemon bundles, stuff like that. We can just run through and whatnot, easy as out, and we could just rinse through hundreds of them in a couple of hours rather than listing them all on eBay, sitting and waiting, and then maybe only a few of them actually sell. If you haven't got whatnot, or you don't sell them whatnot, which obviously a lot of people won't do, then I recommend just listing some of the better stuff on eBay. If you find piles of popular Pokemon, list them on eBay, and then whatever you've got left out of your bulk then sell that bulk for maybe 10, 20 quid. And then you've got your 10, 20 quid for all your bulk anyway, and then you've potentially made an extra 30, 40 quid off some of the other stuff, what you didn't realise would have sold for 8 quid, what you didn't realise would have sold for a £5, or what you wouldn't have realised would have sold for like a tenner. Do you know what I mean? But that is my little tip for anybody who's got bulk common Pokemon cards lying around and how they want to try and maximise and squeeze as much profit out of them all as what they possibly can, rather than just selling them all as a big bulk pile for next to nothing. But like I said, and I'll say it again because I can't stress this enough, this is not a way that's going to make you loads of money from selling Pokemon cards. It's a long process. It does take a bit of time to sort through them all, and then to list it all and stuff like that on eBay, it is a bit of a mess about. So please don't go off now and go spend 20, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60 quids on buying 1,000, 2,000 bulk, thinking that I'll break it all down and I'll do all that, because it's not probably going to be worth it. The amount of time it's going to take you to break all them cards down and sort them all out into piles, then to list them all, then sit and wait for them all to sell, it's definitely not going to be worth it. If you want to get into buying and selling Pokemon cards, it's this kind of stuff on this back wall is what you need to look for, like higher end stuff. But like I say, if you see people selling these on car boots, or people on Facebook Marketplace or on eBay selling them in bundles, then the best thing that you can do is literally just check as many of the cards individually as what you can. So say, for example, the guy who messaged me on Facebook about a load of cards, and he sent me a bundle of cards, said, I've got all these for sale, are you interested? Straight away, I've seen the Lugia in there, I checked that up, that's like 30 quid card. I actually said to him, how much do you want from all? And he said, about 100 quid. Straight away, that's like a 30 quid card. Straight away, that was another 30 quid card. We also had in that bundle, this one, which again, is like another 30 quid card. So straight away out the bundle, them 3 cards is pretty much my money back. And we had loads of other cards in there, Rainbow Ho-Ho, Machamp EX, a Tyranitar EX, a few other ones that we've already sold on whatnot as well. Like we've already made profit from that bundle anyway. Well, maybe not profit, but I probably about broke even on the stuff that I've sold off it. But I've still got like some of the higher end stuff out of it left. Like say these 3 cards could potentially be like 70 to 90 quid worth of stuff anyway, just on them. So like I say, check the cards, have a look. All you've got to do, the easiest way I do it, I'll literally just type in the title of the Pokemon, Lugia EX, and then where it says down here in the bottom corner, 94/98, I'll just put that in. So I'll literally search Lugia EX 94/98, search that. Make sure you search for UK only, because Pokemon cards are going to be valued differently in America and in Japan or whatever. So make sure you search for UK only, see how much people have got them listed for, and then go and check how much people have actually sold them for. And then just compare it to like the recent solds of that card. And it's as easy as that. And then, like I say, if the card's selling on eBay for 30 quid and you can pick it up for like 15, 20 quid, then it might be worth picking it up. If it's anything less than that, then definitely pick it up because it's a quick sale. Because people do search Pokemon cards a lot. I've had loads of interest in this one, but I'm just not, I haven't like sent out offers and stuff like that, because I want to hold on to it really if I can. I've got it listed on my eBay, but if I can hold on to it, I'm going to hold on to it. Because like I said, I've got something that's coming up that I can't wait for. We're going to do a big video on it. I'm just trying to sort out a lot of like little bits and bobs before we do it. But once that's done, I'll be buzzing to show you it all. And that's what I'm saving like a lot of this stuff in the background for. So make sure you keep your eyes peeled for that. We are also literally, we need like 7 subscribers to get to 1,000. And then we can do the big Pokemon Elite Trainer box giveaway. So if you don't already, if you're new to this channel, please make sure you subscribe. Let's get to 1,000 followers. Let's do that Elite Trainer box giveaway. And then we're going to start doing some bigger and better videos with like the Pokemon stuff. Also car booting, what pickups and that we got from there. I'm going to do a video this week about recent solds because we've started selling a bit more on the eBay as well. Like now I've started listing a lot of my Pokemon cards on there. We started having a lot of sales come in, obviously 4 Pokemon cards. And it's helped us sell some of the other toys and bits like that we've got on there as well, just because obviously I'm getting more listings on the eBay. So in the next video, I will do like a recent sales video and show you some of the things I've sold recently. But that's it from me today. We're out of here. I'll see you in the week. Have a good one. Make sure you subscribe. Let's get to 1,000 so we can do that giveaway. Have a good week, people.